Welcome to African Story TV talk show. I'm here live in Udo in Obia Southwest local government, where I'm here to get the full detail of Aharuan and the whereabouts of Aharuan and the historical background where it begins. Many people think Aharuan have died, but is it true? I don't know. That is why African Story TV talk show is here live in Udo to find out the true origin of Aharuan. Whether what they say is true, I will hear from the husband as I will be going very far to the palace of the Iyase of Udo.
Welcome back to African Story TV on Edo Broadcasting Service. I'm still remaining Dustin Asom, and the village stage master is my name in Edo Broadcasting Service, where you can get African Story TV live on screen on 6 o'clock on Thursday every week. It is honor and privilege to introduce to you the Iyase of Udo. Your Highness, you are welcome to African TV Talk Show.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Sir, in a giant in Udo we will call the African giant named Aharuan. I want to know, sir, who is Aharuan in Udo Kingdom?
Aharuan is a prince to the other, sent to Udo to see the affair of the Udo community for about 1516 AD.
Can you tell us who is the father of Aharuan?
The father of Aharuan is Ozoba.
Can we still know the mother of Aharuan?
The mother is Owomi.
Was he born a king? Was Aharuan born a prince?
Yes, he was born a prince because any children of a male born of the Oba Benin is a prince. Though he is supposed to be the first son of Oba Ozoba. But there was a little controversy that happened during their time. Though the wife of the Oba never married one wife, they married more than 200 as at then. But the two of them was conceived at the same time. The first one is Ide, that's the mother of Esegi, and Naomi, the mother of Aharuan. They were both conceived at the same, almost the same time. And they went to their parents, different places, to their mother village or their father villages to have their birth. But eventually, the mother of Aharuan gave birth in the morning to a baby boy, which is that Aharuan. But the real name is not Aharuan, but time is coming, I'll let you know about that.
Okay.
Then, he gave birth to that baby boy, and the baby boy was down, no cry. And in Benin tradition, a baby born of a woman without cry at that instant can never be mentioned that the baby is already born. It seems to be still in his mother's womb. But then, they were trying one way or the other to make sure that this baby cried. But the baby was breathing, but no, he never cried. It became a problem to the family of the woman, that is the mother. Then they go out for oracles, several oracles, and they want to know why this baby refused to cry. Though, see the baby on the ground, you know he's a giant. Because they found out that he was having 6 fingers in his hand, by the right and the left. 6 fingers, and a very long one, of course. The head was very big. The legs was having 2 toes, and each toes contained 6 fingers to each leg, which is 12 to one leg. So they know that this thing is a very big problem. One toe was facing this way, the other one was facing the other way. So it became a problem. Well, what are we going to do? But the boy was breathing, but no cry. Till evening, the other one got to a labor. That is India. He got to labor. After labor for a little time, he gave birth to a baby boy too. And the baby boy was coming down from the mother's womb. Immediately, he cried. Quickly, They ran down, the family of the woman, Idia, ran down to the Oba palace to inform the Oba that your wife has given birth to a baby boy. Yeah, the Oba was happy because it happened to be the first boy so far that they came to tell him. So quickly, there is some ceremony which the Oba used to do when he has the first issue like that. Then the Oba called on the people, oh, please, take this thing to that place, do the ceremony, or whatever they want to do there, to make sure that the prince will be alive till the death of his father. That is the first son, heir to the throne. So they went there, they do everything, and they came back. Before they get back home, you see, the oracle they consulted in the other side told them, if you want this baby to cry, don't look for a candle, a dried one, of course. Put it on his head. Take a mortar pistol. Break the candle shell on this boy's head. The baby will cry. It's exactly what they did when they got home. Then the baby cried. Then they ran immediately to go and inform the Oba. Oba talked about this. See what happened. This baby was born since money and happened to be like this. But this time around he has cried. So that is why he came to tell you now. But he said, no, sorry. The other one have given birth this evening. And they came to here to, they have come to tell me that the baby has, the woman have given birth to a baby boy too. Well, sorry, it's all the same. It's my son. So that is why today in Benin Parable, people are still asking, people says, no, it was not like that. Just because of this issue, this parable came up. You must see Owea before Ota. You must see money before evening. So you cannot prove it now that the evening side of it is even greater than the morning. No, in a day. No, you see in the morning before evening. But this thing continue like this. They both, after 3 months, they both came to the palace to take care of their baby. And the baby was growing. The other one was growing rapidly. That is the Aharuan side of it. But as they want to name them, they name the ideal son as Osawe, and they name Ohomi's son as Dubo, which is the Aharuan they call today, but the real name is Dubo. So, but then they continue to grow like that. You see, there was a very big controversy in the palace because of these 2 children, and even the wives, the 2 wives. The other one will say, my son is the first son of the Oba. The other one will say, my son is the first son of the Oba. But then, the problem happened that if eventually the Aharuan mother will go to the market, sometimes he will buy rat to his son. As the mother will go to the market, he will buy cat to destroy the rat. Sometimes he will go to the market to buy bird for his son. The other one will go to the market to buy hawk to destroy the bird. So this thing continues to happen in the palace.
Thank you, Your Highness. As you can see, we're able to detect the 2 controversy between Esige and his brother Idubo. The 2 major counterparts one was born in the morning and one was born in the evening. But the issue is that, according to His Royal Highness, he said, due to the Benin tradition, any firstborn child that cried must be the first one that should be named at the head Aharuan. Rather, the one that cried is to be signified to this monarch that at least a baby boy will be born in the palace. Well, it's still African Story TV on a Edro Broadcasting Service. I still remain your regular host, Dustin Asoma. We'll be back in a short moment.
This is Rasta Black Rice passing through. You know what you gotta do? Don't touch that dial. Start watching African stories.
It's still my privilege to still sit down in Obia Southwest in Udo, where I'm sitting close right with His Royal Highness, the Iyase of Udo, who is humbly narrate to us the full detail and the history of Aharuan. Your Highness, sir, during your conversation, why must Aharuan rebel against his brother, Esige? Why?
The reason have been very clear. I said he is the first, he's supposed to be the first son. And then anybody taking rights from if you are taking my rights, I will not take it easy with you. He has seen that the SG is trying to take the right from him. Who's supposed to be the first one? That is why you see all the time rebellion. But then, all the same, the Abba make the SG, the Dedusawe, the first son.
Why it came to Udo present?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, this thing happened that the Abba find out that if eventually he's no longer alive, something of a very big problem will happen in the palace. If both of them are still dead in this same palace, they go to the stage of Adam. They said no. It can only be both of them because they always fight. And when they fight, the Aharuan will defeat SG. Combat fight. Then he found out that this thing will be very bad. It is not possible, the upper, to make his son, his personal son, a Nogi or a duke to anybody, to anywhere, when he's alive. But Obadola did, just because of what happened. Exactly this thing happened that the Oba called both of them. He said, my children, I am sorry that I cannot leave both of you. I want to do something better for you. Like you, I am taking you to Udo. Udo and Benin is just almost the same as Aden, almost the same. They are not too big, they are not bigger than themselves. Because I have been seeing many problems from there. Then you will stay here in Benin. That is just our way. You will stay here in Benin. But I am not going to die now. But when time comes, and if I join my ancestors, the person who is able to bury me on his place, whether Udo or Benin, that is going to be the only place where all people will be paying homage to. That is the reason they were all looking for how, if Baba died, what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag him to my area. The Aharuan accepted. He said, okay, he will go to Udo. But before I go to Udo, what's going to be my benefit? He said, all the benefit SK has in Benin, you, the Aharuan, you have been given. Everything you think is happening here, you have been given. So we'll go with it. The man said, okay. What about the chieftaincy? He said, all the chieftaincy here has been given to you. But one thing you should understand, where I am buried, the other one must pay homage to that place. Yes, the Oba died in a war front in Uzia, a place called Uzia. And this time around, Uzia is very close to along Siloko Road, as we are going to Siloko, after I see. But then, that is where the Oba went to fight, the last fight. Okay, when this thing happened there, that thing did not go down well that day. Well, they came to reform the Aharuan here. Because there is no other road to that place apart from we pass through Udo to the area. So since there is no other road, the man said, okay, they came to tell the Aharuan, and they came to tell the SG that see what happened. So you have to come and go home with your father cows. Then the Aharuan said, no, he's not living here to anywhere. Those people going there to go and bring the cows. Let them go and bring it. Then I will take it from them here. That was the problem the Aharuan was having. The advisor to the Aharuan went to him, my leader, please, let us go. He said, no way, he's not living in Udo. If you look at where the statue is in Udo here, that is where they all sat down to wait for those people coming from Musea. So the SCG went with a group of people, went with his own soldier too. Everybody were there with him, all native doctors, they were all there with him. Then they went there to convey his father's corpse to Benin. As they were coming, the advisor to Sawe, which is the SCG, advised him, the best thing you are going to do, you are not to put your father inside this cup, this coffee you bought from Benin. No, don't put your father here. Otherwise, this man will drag it from you. What you are going to do, you have to put your father in a way that nobody will know. But the cups should be loaded with other things. So that is how this thing happened. And they were going, and they were coming from there. They just dressed anyhow something, they went, not knowing that the father of Aharuan is just inside that thing. Then they went to Benin. And they were going. The SCGA was not around. That cup, the new cup they took there, and the coffee they took there was not there with them. All those native doctors as they were going, not knowing that they just go with the cups. Then he was waiting for the fine coffee coming behind. Then, well, later, after 1 hour, 2 hours, then you see a group of people crying, shouting, crying from that side. He said, hey, now my father is coming. Not knowing that they have gone to Benin with the cause of his father. He said, no, now I know that this is my father. Then they got to that place. He said, that is Osawe, drop the coffee down. If you don't drop that coffee, you'll find yourself dead. They said, no, it's not possible. They are not going to drop it. They were just trying to delay, they're using the delay tactics. But at the tail end, the fight was much. So they quickly dropped the coffee. And they were running. That is where he got hold of about 3 persons. Oswan, and Awu. He got hold of them. Said those two are not going. But at the tail end, he said he want to make Awu deaf and dumb. But some of them vanished. So that is how this thing happened there. The whole fight ended after about 30-40 minutes. They went to Benin. But there is one man who was able to stay, Oswan. The other one vanished away. He just ran immediately to meet his people. Then Oswan said, no, he's not leaving. But the only thing, he told them, hey, Aharuan, that is the reason he was able to leave with Oswan. So they went to Benin. Before they left, not up to 1 hour, we heard a gunshot in Benin. Up to today, if they are shooting gun in Benin, we in Udo here will be hearing. It's the same thing as at that time. We call it day gun, the one is set on the ground, or with the Edo column or where. So that is how we hear some where, boom, 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 plenty one like that. So what is happening? Then they ask him, Epa, let us see what's inside, inside the coffee, what they drop you, drop for you. Maybe your father is already in Benin. He said, no, it's not possible. Let's open this thing and see. So when they open the coffee, they find out it's ordinary stone. So that is how this man moved down to Benin with all the soldiers. Let us go and fight. Before he got there, they have buried the Benin. Well, you run here, run there, no 2 ways about it. Well, all what he carries, both the sword, everything like that. Hey, put it down. You don't threaten with. It was the elders of Benin telling him, hey, drop this thing, drop it down. The cutlass you carry, your sword is not too good. Use the head to talk, then you cannot take it to Manchester anybody again, because you are no longer no fight again. Drop that gun, drop that your dagger and sword. That is how he turned the sword, touches the sword on the ground. And he said, okay, now you are loyal before your brother. So,
very, very interesting story, very intriguing. I can see Udo is very dynamic in culture and heritage. I'm very proud to be in Udo today, having the great history of Aharuan, the Benin giant, the way he lived his life and what caused it and how it was defeated. Although it's a pain story, but life must go on because a rulership is a rulership, no matter what he is and no matter circumstances he is. I'm still privileged to be in Udo, in Obia Southwest, at the palace of the Yase of Udo.
It's your boy Aharuan here for your station. I tell you that. Keep watching African Story.
Your Highness, what caused Aharuan to drown himself in Odigi River?
Yeah. He went to Benin for a fight. Before he left, he told his wife, "My wife, I'm going to this fight. I don't know if you find out that maybe I am suppressed and maybe they want to get me on this thing around that, I will run home. If I'm running, you'll be hearing the bear on his neck. Put a very big bear on his neck. Then cover it with a paper. He said, if I am going to run, I'm running to do, I will remove that paper. The bear will making bang, 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 bang. If he's making having that noise 3-4 miles, one will know in Udo that Aharuan is running to Udo community. So he told his wife, "My wife, if you hear the bell ringing, you will know that the Benin people are after me. So I will quickly run to the river, that lake, put all my loads, and go inside. I'm coming to meet you there." Then he went to Benin to fight. After the fighting, then he finally found out that there was no too much fighting even. They just go there for a settlement. He found out that it's my brother. And people said, this is how you're going to do. They just settled this matter amicably. So the man was happy, jubilating. As he got to this Obia River, then he jumped, because there is no bridge, nothing like that. He always jumped a river like that. Then the man jumped the river. As he jumped the river, the paper he used in covering that the bear removed. Then he never remembered that he told his wife that this is all going to happen. Otherwise, there was no war again. Now it's now peace. The man was jubilating home. Hey, now we have peace. Me and my brother have peace. We want to go and before you know it, then the bell was ringing. Go. Ah! The wife said, okay, this man said this. Quickly pack all the load down to that lake and he drowned herself. Then when he got home, hey, yes sir, where is this, where is that? He said, Baba, you said if you are coming, we should all run to the bush. No, peace now, peace has come to reign. We have no problem with the Benin again, we are not going to be one. He said, but you asked your wife to do so. Your wife drowned herself to the river. Oh, are you sure? I say yes. Oh, sorry, I cannot ask my wife to go, and me, I will stay. I want to go and join my wife. That is how he went to the river. He dropped all his bead by the side of the river, told them and swear on that bead that if anybody uses it, the person must be a mad person. But then, called the Yase as at then, Yase Osawe, Osomwe, Yase Osomwe, I'm just giving you this advice. Or whatever I'll be doing, the privilege of God gives to me, I'll be giving to you. But then, from today, continue to do what I've been doing in Udo community. I want to go, I will come back. And I'll continue to do it, and I will come back to take it from you. He said, okay. That is how he drowns himself.
Very intriguing. So sad. You have heard the reason why he drowned himself into the river, because the instruction was being passed by him, and his wife took the instruction. Unfortunately, because of anti-love, he cannot abandon his wife. He went ahead and joined his wife. At least we learn a great lesson from there. One should be patriotic, at least. Your Highness, sir, is there any yearly festival to commemorate Aharuan as a prince?
Yes, we have the lake Odigi has his own prince this time.
Okay.
We call him Ohandi. He's the one taking care of that river. All what we do believe till today that Aharuan is still very much alive. Aharuan is still very much alive. Because that makes Udo today, before we go to any war, we must cry. We must call Aharuan. Call his real name to come and join us, both in spirit or physical. That is why we believe today Aharuan is still alive. So we are not celebrating because he's not dead.
Okay.
But the lake has a prince that every year he always do a little sacrifice every year to that lake. Okay. And even when a house is built, the house is somehow built because somebody who steal, who is a witch, wizard. If you don't find out that you are one of them, we find out that you have been stealing and you don't want to withdraw, then we'll go to you swear that to that person. So it's still very much active.
Thank you very much, Your Highness. This is where we will draw it a curtain on African Story TV on Edo Broadcasting Television EBS. You always stay tuned with us every Thursday, 6 o'clock, where you can get African Story TV talk show on Edo Broadcasting Service with Dustin Aharuan. It was a great lesson, very educative. We were able to know the more histories and why Aharuan drowned himself in the Odiri Lake because of the love he has for his wife, because he passed the structure down, and he able to settle with his brother, who was yesterday as a king in Benin. Until today, Udo is well still recognized. That is why, as I'm seated close to as the Iyase of Udo, who narrated openly the full detail to us about the Aharuan and all what we want to know. I hope you got more lessons about in Aharuan of Udo.
This is Odigi River in Ovia Southwest in Udo, where African Story TV makes some search in relating to the live broadcast by the Iyase Nudo, giving us the detail as Aharuan himself was returning back from the battlefield between his brother Esige. Before he left, he made a promise to our wife that immediately she heard the sound of a bar, she should quickly pick her things to the river. Getting home, Aharuan discovered that she had already obeyed. In a Benin culture, a prince must fulfill his promise. That is how Aharuan drank himself in Odigi River. Up to date, Odigi River remains a symbol in Udo community. This is Odigi Noah, where the chief prince and the community serve the Odigi shrine. This is the chief prince Ohondiri Ne Udo, who is eligible to serve the Odigi shrine.